We got nice students that snapped and killed their teachers. It's by a talking hat. You always know this nigga got some fucked up like stories and whatever, bro. And it's 10 minutes, so we love that shit. We got the attention span of a goldfish, so let's get straight to the video. Fuck y'all niggas.
Willard Miller was a casual, calm, and boring, but fairly nice student. While attending a school in Fairfield, Iowa, he took a Spanish class with plans to pass and eventually study abroad in Spain.
Wait, he took it where?
He took a Spanish class with a nice student. While attending a school in Fairfield, Iowa, he took...
The fuck? What's Iowa? Oh, that is a place. That's real. I forgot. Yeah, that is a place.
Took a Spanish class with plans to pass and eventually study abroad in Spain. Nohema Graber was a 66-year-old Spanish teacher who also...
Why can't... Yo, I'm gonna keep it... Yo, listen. First off, I don't like how there's bad teachers now. Where were they when I was growing up? Don't take it out of context. There is an epidemic of young teachers who are like in their early to mid 20s and shit. They're all fucking their students. They're high school students. Sometimes even middle school. Nigga, like, that is the plot of That's My Boy by Adam Sandler. Now, it is fucked up. 100%. Me in high school, I definitely wanted to fuck a bad teacher. I didn't have any, but I always wanted it. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved it. Get back to this shit.
Also attended Fairfield High School. She had been teaching for years with a reputation for being firm but fair. But on November 2nd, 2021, she had just posted semester grades and one of her students was failing her class. The student
If I got a freebie, there is a couple teachers I'll slap the shit out of them.
Standing at risk.
If I got a freebie.
With the failed class on his transcript.
No trouble, no nothing, never be on my record, no one will know. I'd slap a couple
Miller's
teachers.
mother showed up to Graber's class to have a meeting about his academic performance. They sat for a while, shared concerns, made a couple of jokes, and then, well, that was it. The meeting went well for all three of them, and after they left, each individual went back to their home except for Graber. While on a daily walk at Chautauqua Park, she'd bump into Miller. Although she thought the student already went home, she'd wave hi to him. He smiled in return, and then he proceeded to smash her in the face with a baseball bat as hard as he possibly could. Let's pause here for a second. You see, ever since Miller had failed his class in fall, other students...
You gave her a baseball bat to the face for getting a bad grade? If it wasn't that bad grade, it was going to be something else, like...
Students reported that he began slowly making dark jokes about Graber just suddenly disappearing. These jokes slowly evolved into intentions when Miller was caught searching things on Google in regards to if students would be given an automatic pass in their class if their teacher passed away mid-term. For some odd reason, a failed semester was enough to cause Miller to snap, and another student named Jeremy Goodale wanted to join him on his nefarious and ridiculously stupid mission to assassinate a teacher for his grades. At this point, you could probably guess what happened. Goodale stayed on watch as Miller struck the Spanish teacher again and again with a baseball bat, swinging as hard. Although you would assume that this shameful atrocity was over.
Nah, that's fucked.
Two students didn't stop there.
How many hits you think it took to take out the 66-year-old?
Because she was still alive.
R.I.P. though.
They kept hitting her over and over again, fracturing her skull and causing irreparable damage. When they finally stopped, they dragged her body off the path, covered it with a tarp they'd brought specifically for this purpose. Then they took her van and drove it to a remote rural road to make her disappearance look random. Her body was discovered the next day by other park visitors. Shortly after her passing, Miller and Goodale were arrested within days.
Sorry, let me move myself in the middle. And these niggas just look like serial killers, bro. Like I'm saying, this shit was inevitable, man. If it wasn't this, there's gonna be something else, man. Someone could have just bumped into them. They would have done this shit anyways.
After saying things like, "That teacher failed the wrong student, and I caught a body with a bat," the two idiots shamelessly bragged about their deed until it landed them in handcuffs. And in April...
Nigga, you snitched on yourself? Y'all some dumbass kids. You deserve that F, nigga. You stupid.
April 2023, both pleaded guilty to their crimes. Miller received life with parole eligibility after 35 years.
God damn.
Goodale got life with parole after 25 years. There's something about failing students from schools that for some odd reason always brings out the worst in them. The overreaction incident. Abby Zwerner was a 25-year-old first-grade teacher at Richneck Elementary School in Newport News, Virginia. January 6th started ordinarily like any other day, but one of her students, a boy who was 20 minus 14 years old, had been acting up all morning.
Wait, what? 20? Nigga, am I bad at math? Wait, what do you say? 20 minus 16 what?
But one of her students, a boy who was 20 minus 14 years old.
20 minus 14 years old? That's 6. What's wrong? Why didn't you just say that?
Had been acting up all morning. He'd get up repeatedly, disrupt the class, and ignore instructions. The guy was having a blast, but he was out of control, so Abby kept telling him to sit down. At one point, frustrated by being told to sit down again, The fella threw his hands up in the air and yelled, "Fine." As his arms came down, he deliberately knocked the teacher's phone off her desk, shattering the screen. She had to send him to the office, and school policy required consequences for property damage, so he was suspended and went home angry. His mother was notified, but there was something the school administrators didn't know about. The family kept a loaded, pew-pew at home, and the boy knew exactly.
There's no way a 6-year-old packed a teacher. Wait, oh my god, I think I've seen this before. Like 4 years ago. No, I have a clip of this on TikTok. Like, I think I made a clip. I think I've seen this before. I've seen this article. He really did kill her.
Where it was. After serving the suspension, he returned to school. Security didn't thoroughly search his pockets because they seemed too small to hold anything dangerous. And besides, what possible threat could someone as small as him actually pose? He walked into Verna's classroom while she helped another student. She looked up and saw him standing there in the doorway. Suddenly, he pulled out the weapon, and before she could react, pew pew. I probably can't talk too deeply about this on YouTube, but she was struck directly in the chest. The other students screamed, and the perp dropped his weapon and quickly ran out of the class. Verna was rushed to the hospital. She survived the attack, but the injury caused permanent damage to her spine since fragments remained permanently lodged near it. Doctors determined that it'd be too dangerous to remove without risking
Oh my god, is she paralyzed?
paralysis. The little guy couldn't be charged due to his age, but his mother, Deja Taylor, was later charged and received 3 years and 9 months for felony neglect. Sverna
Nigga, you got your mom put in the bin?
resigned from teaching after the attempt on her life.
Oh, it's her.
She's spoken publicly about suffering from PTSD and being unable to return to the classroom, and later on filed a $40 million lawsuit against the school district, claiming administrators had ignored warnings from staff members about the weapon. A first-grade teacher was year-old because she told him to sit down. Madness. The bully.
I always said I could never be a teacher, bro. Like there is a million other jobs I would do than be a teacher. I would. There's nothing. You can't make me be a teacher, especially a substitute, bro. I swear to God, like if I was like substitute teachers, they like the kids will throw hands at you. Like that's how little respect you get in a classroom. Nigga see a substitute, it's like you're not even there.
Noel Stevens was a young man attending school in the Bronx in New York.
Nigga, of course
For months, he had been living.
Nigga, of course it's just that's horrifying. Nigga, he's from New York, bro. Bro. I think New York is just that's bad action, bro. That's why I've never been there. There's too much bad action over there, bro.
In absolute
They got rats
hell.
and shit. I never seen a rat in my life.
Had been tormenting him relentlessly. They'd call him names and shove him into lockers between classes. They would also follow him home and stand outside his building, laughing and threatening him. Sometimes they urinated on his front door, forcing his family to clean it up while his younger siblings watched.
Those niggas are pussies. That is a family full of pussies. Hell fucking no. Nah. You have to have a gun or some shit. Like they had no, there's no way people are affording it. Like there's no way people are pissing on your door and you're not doing shit. Like if I'm a dad and someone's kids piss on my door, I gotta fight the dad. I'm gonna come with my niggas though, but I gotta fight the dad. I have to. And I'm making my son fight the other son. They have to. No, I don't care. Win, lose. It has. We're going down like the battle of the bastards, bro. Something's happening. We're throwing down the gauntlet. I don't care what happens, bro.
Noel told teachers and administrators what was happening. Still, nothing changed. The bullies became more aggressive, with the main one being Timothy Chalamet.
What? Nigga, that was a crazy pull. Where the fuck this nigga come from?
Timothy Crump. Yeah. He was bigger and stronger than Noel. Timothy Crump.
Oh my god. Nigga, is he a shinobi? Nigga, is he wearing a Naruto headband? There's no way you're letting a nigga wearing a Naruto headband piss on your front door. You're getting bullied by this nigga? He Naruto runs. Nigga, this shit's backwards.
Yeah. He was bigger and stronger than Noel, and genuinely enjoyed watching Noel flinch. On June 18th, 2014, Timothy and his friends surrounded Noel again. But this time, Tim started throwing punches, striking Noel in his chest and ribs as he tried defending himself. His bully was too strong, Noel was overpowered, and immediately
at least
went
hit
down.
back.
Other students gathered around, filming on their phones as they watched him get beaten to a pulp. And once again, just like the police and just like the teachers,
I hate that shit where niggas start recording when there's a fight. I ain't never pull out if I see a fight, I'm not pulling out my phone, bro. I'm not pulling out my phone. That's fucked up, man. I'd just be happy if niggas just cheered or booed and just left. Why the fuck you recording shit?
no one stepped in to intervene. It was at this moment that something inside Noel snapped. He'd started carrying a knife for protection and intimidation
I can't even
after
blame him.
months of harassment, never planning to actually use it. But in that moment, Noel saw red. He pulled out the hidden weapon and fought back, completely catching his bully by surprise, and he attacked him. Timothy tried to get away, but there was no chance. He eventually passed away, and Noel was arrested by the police for second-degree murder. But extensive evidence of bullying emerged. Text messages, witness statements, and security footage showed previous attacks, allowing his charge to be reduced. Noel pleaded guilty and received 18 months in juvenile detention and 5 years probation.
Damn. He got 18 months of juvie? Like, I don't vouch for death, but shit, nigga. Like, it gets to a point, bro. It gets to a point.
The duel. Chen Jenzihan was a Chinese student in Guizhou province, and like Noel, he had also been bullied relentlessly for years by the same group of boys. The main bully was a student named Li Hao. He was bigger and more aggressive than Chen, and for reasons that were never really entirely clear, he'd beat him regularly, take his money, and humiliate him publicly.
Oh my god, getting pants in the middle of the school? That's some fucked up shit, man. Yo, kids are evil, bro. I'm telling you, kids are bad, bro. They could be fucking evil.
Chen tried telling his teachers about the attacks, but nonetheless, again and again, Li kept seeking him out. And on April 30th, Li Hao and several gang friends cornered Chen in an alleyway near school after classes ended. But this time felt different from the usual beatings. Li Hao pulled out a knife and then handed it to Chen. "We're going to have a one-on-one knife fight," he shouted loudly to his friends. Chen thought it was a bluff or just another twisted form of psychological manipulation, but he was being dead serious.
I don't know who's the one that I don't know who's the one that's fucked up. Like, I mean, I know who's fucked up, but I don't know who's the one that's like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. One-on-one knife fight. You're in school. You're in high school, maybe middle school. I don't know. Damn, bro. You know how fucked up in the head you have to be? One, you have to be fucked up to even watch this shit. A knife fight? And to even propose that, you gave your opponent, that's like, you gave your opponent a knife and said, let's have a one-on-one knife fight.
Li Hao's friends immediately formed a tight circle around them both, blocking any possible escape routes.
Oh, that nigga's
All
a
of
team
their
leader.
faces were stern. None of them were joking. Chen had never held a knife as a weapon. He was terrified to even grab it. His hands were shaking uncontrollably.
Nigga, is this in like Japan or some shit? Cause real shit, after you do that, you gotta join the Yakuza. You have to. Like, you have to be a thug. There's no other option for you.
Li Hao became excited, as if this were entertainment. "Pick it up," Li Hao ordered. Surrounded by enemies, Chen listened and picked up the knife with trembling hands. Then the fight started immediately. Li Hao lunged forward aggressively. He was used to knife fights like these, and to hit Li. Li Hao
Why did they make him jump in the air like that, bro, and make that sound effect? Nigga, why, bro? Why?
lunged forward aggressively. He
Niggas is
was used to
stupid,
knife
bro.
fights like these, and to him, Chen was fresh meat. Li Hao slashed and stabbed at Chen, scarring and injuring the young man. He kept slashing away at him until everything went black. Chen thought he faded out of consciousness, but in reality, the young man cracked. His survival instincts took over, he stopped thinking about what he was doing, and he just reacted on pure adrenaline and fear. To Li Hao's complete surprise, the nerd he once thought was an easy target began overpowering him. An enraged, adrenaline-pumped Chen had now pushed past Li Hao's swipes and unleashed a vicious attack on the bully with the small knife he had. In the blink of an eye, the fight was over. Chen was picked up by emergency services for his injuries, but the same couldn't be said for Li Hao. The wounds Chen left on him were so severe that he passed away before the ambulance could even arrive. In China, self-defense rarely ends successfully in the court system. Chen was arrested and charged with intentional injury resulting in one's passing, and during his trial, his lawyers argued that he was forced to participate in the fight against his will. They said that he acted purely in self-defense after years of systematic bullying. But nonetheless, Chen was sentenced to 8 years in prison.
Ooh, 8 years, nigga. I was not it. I thought when he said it rarely goes well, I thought this is the one instance where it went well. Nigga, you got 8 years. That's not that bad though. If he's like in high school, he probably came out when he was like 24, 25. That's not that bad, but that's fuck. That kid literally ruined his life.
His case sparked intense national debate in China about school bullying, victim responsibility, and whether students fighting back should be held criminally liable. I know these last two stories were about students fighting other students rather than teachers, but nonetheless,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
still thought they were important to include. If you're being bullied, please tell someone who will actually listen and take action. If you're being ignored,
I don't
keep
like
on
bullies.
telling different people until someone helps you. And if you see someone being bullied, speak up. Don't just stand there filming it on your phone.
That's what I'm
or social
saying. Yo,
media.
don't do that shit,
Help
bro.
out a fellow human.
I'd be pissed.
Because even though it might not seem like it, bullying can change the lives of those involved forever. Be human, be kind to the people around you, and remember, those who are truly strong stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves.
I forgot this nigga was a talking hat for a second. I was wondering what the fuck this doodle was. This little doodle bob. And I remember it's a hat. This shit don't look like a hat though.
With that being said, have a happy day.
I appreciate you talking hat. It's the end of the video, bro. I love y'all niggas. Fuck you niggas.